last but not least. You guys are a tough audience. So in nature, imperfection rules. But in the world of working mothers, it lies before us, lurking, threatening to jump us at any moment and trigger shame and guilt. One of the main reasons that I hope to leave this earth better than I found it is because of my role raising my 3 kids, Ian, Cameron, and Hannah. Everything I do is defined by my role as mom, mama, mother bear. And I had a really good role model. My own mother, Margaret, killed it. She taught me everything about what it meant to be a good mom, and she also had a huge emphasis on making money. She felt it was important that we could support ourselves. So when I was 14, I started what I would call the make enough money story, and I've lived in the house of work pretty much ever since. I took a couple weeks off for each kid's birth, and that was about it. It's been an important part of my life, and that has created the central tension in my life. Because what's a working mother to do? Should I leave Spokane early to be with my firstborn on Halloween? Or should I stay and delight the client? Oftentimes, I've wasted energy dreaming and fantasizing about how I could be like the moms I admired. They fed their kids organic food, their clothes matched, and they were making play dates with their neighbors on and off. This is me frequently feeling the tension of guilt as I try to manage the tension. How do I manage to make a living and be a caregiver at the same time? It was always worse when I was comparing myself to others. The Pew Center and other research centers say that having 2 incomes in a home is better for families. And yet 56% of working parents feel that it's difficult to balance. And I actually think it's that tension about balancing that creates what I experience in my culture, which is white feminine culture, as the supermom phenomenon, which says we need to do it all beautifully and most importantly raise our kids as if they're precious. My actual reality looks more like this, kind of a silly, ridiculous caricature of the woman you just saw. Just last week I showed up at a meeting late because my daughter was late for school, and I had my shirt unbuttoned in the meeting, and I actually was wearing 2 different shoes. On any given day, they were both brown, I do fear that I'm balancing, and I'm going to drop one thing or another and do it imperfectly. And my biggest fear, of course, is that I'll drop the central job that feeds me, my role as mother. So when I divorced my husband, the father of my children, in 2007, it was like a billboard of my shame. I thought we'd never get out alive. How could I ever be a good mother if I was going to invoke the wrath of divorce on my children? And luckily, though, sharing custody with their impressive dad really helped me to let go of realizing that I had to be supermom every day. And we did evolve a new story of us. In fact, well, no, let me back up. Researchers like Angela Duckworth and Carol Dweck have said that resilience is fostered in children by adversity. And this was awesome news to me because it meant that my kids might do better because of the difficulties that I put in their way rather than how I made their life easy. Yes, one for me. In fact, it was my kids who showed me that it didn't actually matter that I missed some Mother's Day teas and that I came to many parent-teacher conference half undressed in sweaty clothes. They knew that I showed up. I took risks. I was present for them, and I made a living. And I don't know how the feminism of my mother's generation actually evolved or devolved into the perfectionism of my own, but we took a left turn somewhere as white women, and we need to auto-correct. My children are almost grown, and they are awesome. They're imperfect and flawed, and some days they struggle, and some days they don't. What I know deep in my bones is that the way that I love them and the way that they love me and how we authentically connect is more important than any kind of striving. When they see me reaching for perfection, it tells them that that's the way that they should do it. As a working mother, I'm slowly coming to terms with the fact that it's not only how we mother. Many of us as working moms also have to make a living. It matters to our kids, it matters to our communities, and it matters to our economy. I will be there to pick you up, but I'll probably be late. Thank you.